Cam Newton reacts to Christian Wilkins' Raiders drama. Panthers next. Imagine the shockwaves that rippled through the NFL community when Carolina Panthers legend Cam Newton weighed in on the bizarre saga unfolding between the Las Vegas Raiders and defensive tackle Christian Wilkins. This isn't just a simple case of a player being cut. It's a tale of massive contracts, controversial rumors, and a lot of unanswered questions. Let's dive in. Wilkins, who was signed to a hefty 4-year, $110 million contract just a year ago, found himself unexpectedly released by the Raiders. Initially, reports suggested that Wilkins' refusal to undergo surgery for his injured foot was the primary reason for his dismissal. The Raiders, however, had a different perspective on the matter. But here's where it gets controversial. Another rumor surfaced, this one from ESPN's Adam Schefter, claiming that Wilkins was released due to a playful kiss on the head of a teammate, which the teammate reportedly found offensive and reported to Human Resources. This twist has left many scratching their heads and wondering if there's more to the story. Cam Newton, however, isn't convinced by the kiss rumor. In a recent episode of his 4th and 1 podcast, Newton boldly stated, "Make no mistake about this. This is a perfect example of a team, a coach, an organization being fed up." He went on to say if that was his only infraction, I guarantee all the money that I got my name on. If that was his only offense. That's not why he got released. Newton's comments suggest that there might be more to Wilkins' release than meets the eye. And this is the part most people miss. There have been whispers that Wilkins' actions went beyond just a kiss. The specifics of these rumors remain unclear, but they add another layer of complexity to an already confusing situation. Ari Miroff of the 33rd Team shed some light on the matter during his NFL Spotlight podcast, revealing that the teammate involved was fellow defensive lineman Adam Butler. Butler, when asked about Wilkins' departure, offered a cryptic response. I really don't want to comment further on it, but I will say that, whatever you're going through as a person, athlete, not athlete, whoever, whatever your struggle is, if you got something going on in life, just, talk to somebody, get some therapy, whatever your deal is your deal. Butler's words leave much to the imagination, but they hint at deeper issues that might have contributed to Wilkins' release. The Carolina Panthers have been mentioned as a potential landing spot for Wilkins, who could significantly bolster their defensive line. However, Carolina's interest will hinge on several factors, including Wilkins' health and the true nature of his departure from the Raiders. Additionally, the financial terms Wilkins is seeking will play a crucial role in any potential deal. The Panthers currently have $18.8 million in cap space, which could accommodate Wilkins. But if he's looking for more than a 1-year, prove-it deal, Carolina might need to reconsider. So, what do you think? Do you believe the Raiders' decision to release Wilkins was justified? Or is there more to the story than we know? Share your thoughts in the comments below and let's spark a Lincoln Kennedy on Christian Wilkins' incident. Locker room dynamics, NFL culture. Raiders legend Lincoln Kennedy recently shared his candid thoughts on the Christian Wilkins kissing incident. While details remain scarce, Kennedy offered a unique perspective on the situation during an appearance on the Locked On Raiders Squad Show podcast. I'm going to keep it real. The locker room is still a very extreme homophobic environment to this day, Kennedy said. He explained that certain behaviors are not accepted in the locker room setting, and if he were present, he would have addressed Wilkins' actions before they made teammates uncomfortable. Kennedy emphasized the importance of reading the room and understanding what is and isn't acceptable behavior in a locker room environment. If this is true, Christian, going forward, learn from your mistakes. You are a good player. I hope that you find a way to find life after this injury. But don't do things. Read the room. The Raiders released Wilkins last week, citing a lack of progress in his recovery from a foot injury. Reports suggest the team wanted Wilkins to undergo a second surgery, which he initially refused. However, recent updates from NBC Sports' Mike Florio indicate Wilkins may be reconsidering the surgery as he seeks to continue his career. Florio also acknowledged the role of Wilkins' agent in shaping the narrative around the story, suggesting the initial report was an attempt to put a favorable spin on the situation for Wilkins. The incident highlights the complex dynamics of NFL locker rooms and the challenges players face in navigating team culture and expectations. Former Patriots DT Adam Butler speaks out on Christian Wilkins' release. Ex-Patriots defensive star makes enigmatic comments about Christian Wilkins' situation. The NFL world is buzzing with speculation. But what's really happening behind closed doors? The truth might surprise you. 1. Patriots, published July 31, 2025, 9:53 a.m. by Meadow Barrow. Marrow at masslive.com. Former New England Patriots defensive tackle Adam Butler finally broke his silence Tuesday regarding the growing controversy surrounding Springfield-born Christian Wilkins and his shocking dismissal from the Raiders organization last week. While Butler carefully avoided specifics, his comments suggested the team has already mentally moved beyond the incident. We've essentially just progressed forward from that particular situation. Butler revealed, "I'm reluctant to elaborate further, but I will emphasize that regardless of who you are, professional athlete or average citizen, if you're struggling with personal challenges, reach out to someone." Butler's statement transcended football, touching on deeper human concerns. Consider professional counseling, Butler advised. Whatever personal battles you're fighting belong to you. But in a world of billions, someone is genuinely willing to listen. There are people ready to hear your story and guide you through difficulties. Avoid impulsive choices. Seek assistance instead. But here's where it gets complicated. Former Patriots defensive standout with 10-plus sacks making impressive strides in training camp with defending Super Bowl champions is 73-year-old coaching legend Bill Belichick capable of transforming North Carolina's program in his unexpected new chapter. Okay, Patriots 53-man roster projection, Mark Daniels, star running back, from Patriots AFC rival channels Marshawn Lynch's famous media approach, repeating identical response to multiple questions. The Raiders unexpectedly terminated their relationship with Wilkins last Thursday, cutting ties merely 1 year into his massive 4-year, $110 million contract. This abrupt decision nullified the remaining $35.2 million in guaranteed compensation, reportedly stemming from disagreements over Wilkins' unwillingness to undergo foot surgery recommended by the team's medical staff. In response, he has initiated a non-injury grievance against the organization. In the aftermath of his release, troubling questions about Wilkins' locker room conduct have emerged. According to inside sources, one particular incident involved Wilkins allegedly playfully attempting to kiss a teammate's head, behavior that reportedly caused discomfort for the player involved. And this is the part most people miss. What does this situation reveal about the power dynamics between players and organizations when medical decisions become contractual battlegrounds? Do you think players should have final say over their medical treatments? Or should teams have authority when millions of dollars are at stake? Has the Raiders organization handled this situation appropriately, or is there more to this story than meets the eye? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you purchase a product or register for an account through a link on our site, we may receive compensation. By using this site, you consent to our user agreement and agree that your clicks, interactions, and personal information may be collected, recorded, and/or stored by us and social media and other third-party partners in accordance with our privacy policy.